readings with Debbie and Matty. 5-star readings only serving the best. Satisfaction guaranteed with Debbie and Matty. Always 5 stars, we don't do any less.
Are you
Hello. Debbie? Debbie? Debbie's frozen. Okay, well, she'll come back. Debbie? Debbie. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome. Debbie will be back with us shortly. But welcome to 5-star readings with Debbie and Matty. Let's get this lighting correct. Gosh, what's going on? There we go.
I'm back.
There she is.
I'm frozen. What? I don't know what happened. Oh my goodness. How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I was late. Sorry, you guys. I was writing and I've got tons of stuff to do. But I wanted to tell you that, I did look at a missing person, a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that for a long time. But boy, it gave me a story, and it says she's dead. And she's very popular in the news right now. And I was like, oh my gosh. Then somebody just said they thought that it was either today or tomorrow was going to be a huge earthquake in Southern California. And I want to take some cards to see what's going on. So okay. I just want to take a little look.
You said they think it's going to be today?
I thought it was supposed to be today or tomorrow. Do you guys, so you guys that are psychic out there, or you have cards, hey, what do you think? Southern California have a giant earthquake coming? Let's look.
I don't know. I kind of felt like, okay, so it's so weird because I kind of like felt like there was an earthquake coming, but so I looked up like earthquakes in the area, and apparently there's been quite a few. I mean, California always has a ton,
right?
But there's been some like pretty decent size. I would say decent because like 3.5 and 4.0 is like not big for us at least.
Right.
I saw on the East Coast they discovered a new fault line, and they're talking about New Jersey had a 3.5 earthquake, and they're like on the news, and they're like,
yes,
literally on the news it was like, here you can see the water bottles vibrating from the earthquake, and then it like went to the interview with the person, and she's like, didn't know what's happening, and I was just like, a 3.5. I was like, that we don't even feel those over here.
Wow. Okay. I don't get that we're going to have that giant one. I was going to start looking at that kind of stuff, and I was thinking about next Friday doing a predictions type of thing. And then, Russia had the big one, and I go, well, I didn't get a chance. But I don't think so.
There was a volcano in Russia that erupted. It has been dormant for 500 years, and it erupted.
Well, people were getting a hold of me to say, hey, let's connect the dots. There's all this stuff all over the world. Even we got the tsunami warning, right?
Yeah.
And all over the world stuff going on. And they wanted to know, like, is it the end of days or anything going on? And I didn't get that. But
I feel like we're like at least near the end times. I know they've been saying that. People have been saying that for years and years and years, and
I'm waiting for the 1,000 years of peace.
Well, here's the thing. So I don't know. I don't want to get all biblical, and I'm not. I
Right.
mean, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, and I have faith in a higher power. Not pushing that belief on anybody. So, believe what you want, but I believe in God. And in the Bible, it does say the moon will turn red, like blood red, right? And did you know, you can look this up, the moon is rusting.
Oh, okay.
It's literally rusting. So it's turning red. Yeah, and I saw this article about like there's rust on the moon, and it's it's more and more of it, and I was just like, not the moon turning red, like, oh, that's a sign, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, they can have that strawberry moon. Whenever we have a full moon and it has a name and it has something to do with color, everything that you guys see, I see people going, wow, 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 because it's red or pink or blue or purple.
Yeah, but that's just
people
like
are doing that.
That's just like, that's just like fraction and like the but I'm talking about like the actual moon,
right?
The light on it. I'm talking about like the actual moon is rusting and turning red.
Maybe in a thousands, millions year, it'll be all red. I don't know. I mean, but then again, they said that asteroid that's coming has a greater chance now that it'll hit our moon.
What?
Yes, there was an asteroid or whatever it is, and it was they thought it was gonna hit us. Oh, surprise! How do they have a surprise? Everybody's looking. This is now. So
are you talking about the one that one Harvard guy says is possibly an alien spacecraft?
I don't know if that's
what the Harvard graduate person is saying.
But they're saying that there's a chance that the moon could get hit. So, well, I'm like,
I think it's fun to speculate these things. I don't think there's a
Well, there's this guy, I believe in China, that said that something was going to happen in 2030. Oh, a big pandemic in 2030.
Oh, I mean, I always think it's funny when people make those types of predictions because it's like you have a pretty good chance of getting that one right.
Maybe
pandemic. I mean, like how often do pandemics come around? All the time. They do. They really do.
Yeah, they do in history, but they're
predicted to be more prevalent in the years to come because of the population growth.
I thought the population was slowing down.
We are fast tracking to being. They say what is the number? They say after 10 billion, everything becomes like extremely unsustainable.
Oh.
But we're at like what? Like
will we be on Mars with Elon? I hope. Yeah. I'm just taking some cards for 2030.
You want to live underground on Mars?
No. And it's a yes. It's a yes in 2030.
Okay.
It's a yes.
You guys in the comments tell us where would you go to Mars? If it was opened up, it was like, hey guys, you can
real estate.
Yeah. Would you go to Mars? You know what I think is insane?
What?
The people who signed up to go to Mars first, they pretty much signed in the contract that like they're not coming back. They agreed to.
Oh yeah, they're gonna die.
So they're going to Mars. They're gonna die on Mars. That sounds wild.
No, it sounds like a great, plot that maybe they've done before where the people go crazy. No, I got to get back to Earth. Get out of my way. I'm reprogramming the rocket.
I can imagine being like, yeah, I'll go to Mars and not come back.
What about the moon? The moon's doable. You can get back in a week,
Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hey, more power to them,
Yeah.
Living in a pod, and who knows? What's it called?
Marianne says the real estate is overpriced there.
Yeah, you get one pod. It's made of some thick plexiglass material, and it's
see-through. Oh no, there was an old movie like that where they lived
no,
in
literally that's what they're talking about.
Oh.
They're talking about making these pods, and they're self-sustaining, and you have your own little garden, and you pretty much get launched out. Well, you go on the spacecraft, and then you pretty much get transferred into this pod where you will then live the rest of your life. And the garden you have will be,
is this Mars?
Yes, this is the plan.
Oh, okay.
Terraforming the
well,
planet.
they're supposed to make oxygen and make,
Right. That's why they'll have the garden.
Terraforma, whatever. We're transforming
That's why they'll have the garden.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then when they die in the
Breathe
pod,
right there.
Imagine being the next ones that have to go and clean up the pods.
Oh well, and the bodies or
with all
whatever.
the dead bodies in them. Yeah, wild, insane. It's crazy.
Maybe the aliens will help. Oh my gosh. I got us onto a crazy thing here. I know. No, I'm just gonna ashes to ashes here and go, I believe we're gonna go to the other side. So yeah, looking forward to that. I've been watching a lot of near-death experiences. And
wow.
My
I love stories like that.
My niece and my sister both popped out of their bodies, and they came close to death. They popped out and they were standing looking at themselves. And I'm like, well, next time go to the light, know to go to the light. That's what I learned from them.
Yeah.
Know
so
to
I
just hang out.
I've never had a near-death experience, but when I was a teenager, I took mushrooms one time, and I left my body, and that was very intense. I saw myself from above.
Oh.
Very intense.
Well, that sounds like near death.
Well, it wasn't a near-death experience. It was just a psychedelic experience, but it was very
real.
Yes, and I remember it was surreal. How about that? It was surreal. I was outside of my body, and then because I wasn't in my body, I wasn't paying attention to the things I was holding, and I happened to be holding this big glass jug of something, and so I just let it go, and it just fell and shattered everywhere. And then at that moment, I zapped back into my body, and I was just like back into it, and then I just started busting out laughing. And then my friend was like, "Oh, let me help you," and I was just like, "You can't undo it. It's already been done." And I was like, "It's so stupid." Oh gosh, yeah, I was a teenager, so yeah, it's okay.
The closest I ever, because I didn't partake of anything, was when I was coming out of anesthesia. And then people saying, you were just like so excited and so happy and so, and I said, no, I wasn't. And they're, yes, you were. And they're laughing. But yeah. Hey, you guys. Hi. Good to see everybody.
Today, you guys, the show is just chat with Debbie and Matty. No reading. I'm kidding.
So what if you need to know, a big question? Yeah, if you need to know a big question, ask us. Please go ahead and you guys, let me see how many people are in here. Could you guys share the show?
Yes, please like the show.
Message some people and tell them to get in here. And
hit the thumbs up, you guys. It really helps the algorithm recommend it to others. So if you like the show, you want to see us grow, let the algorithm know and hit the thumbs up.
That rhymed and actually was like a song. That was great. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay. I had Matty had to, do the whole clearing of the whole house because the workers that came in from, having the leak, I think they put all their bad energy in and everything's happened. We got invaded by ants. I mean, I'm just like, what else? And you shouldn't say that. Like, what else? Okay, Debbie just said, what else? Let's give her some more stuff. Okay. So you guys, questions, go ahead and put it in. You must be 18 or older to get a reading from us. And no health, including pregnancy. No legal questions, please. If you want to explore things, different things, you can get a reading from us, outside of this show. But we're here to do free readings for you, but we do accept tips. What else am I missing? No proper names, please. Your comments are on the screen now. So no names, just like person of interest, love interest, things like that. So let's see.
That's about it, Debbie. You got it.
That's it. I have them written somewhere, but I'm late today. Plus, I don't know where that is. Okay, let me see. I am going to do Vladimir because I love that name. All right. What are we looking at? 3 months? Okay. Let me get this going. And Matty, what are you going to use for your tools? Mine are the same.
Well, I was looking at, I was trying to, honestly, I've been shuffling this deck trying to connect with it, and it's just not working. So I'm not going to use this one. I was going to try and use this one. It's a newer deck I got, Cosmic Slumber Tarot.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's really pretty, but not connecting with it right now. So that's fine. I'm going to use this one. I love
use
this
what
one.
Works. Oh, okay.
I'm using, what is it called? It's the Tarot of the Drowning World.
Oh my God.
I've shown you these before. They're
wow. I'm going to go ahead and mute and get some cards for Vlad or Vladimir, whichever you like. And I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, Debbie's doing that. I think I've showed you guys this deck before, but I want to show it to you again. So this deck is so beautiful. It is this photographer and his wife, and they did all of the photos in the swamps and marshes of France, in like the rural countryside of France. And these are real photographs with real people. They meticulously hand placed every single item that you see in each of these. So they're just very intricate and interesting. Let's see some of the crazier ones. I think that one's pretty cool. That's the tower. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. This is the Six of Cups. This one's gorgeous. The Nine of Cups.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
I am ready for Vlad. And Vlad, it's all about money and money and money, money, money. Holy cow. Did you want to know about money? Because it's all about money. Okay, I'm looking at August, September, and October for you, but the first 4 cards tell me a little bit. So the first card down is you. And that's the card of just doing a job. So whatever your work is, that's what you're about, making the money. Whatever your work is, that is the most important thing right now for you. Crossing you in temporary energy is the energy of an investment. So when I get this card and it's crossing, it means it's something you might be thinking about or something coming in. And so the investment card usually is means that there'll be a slow growing thing that comes in that you'll make money from, and it will be a lot of money over time. take care of all your needs and wants. But it's not in your reading, but it's temporary energy over you. So it's what you're manifesting in or thinking about. So I do get investment. I think in the future, or I know what's going to happen, idea is going to come in, you're going to grab it, it's going to take you in a new direction, and you're going to successfully, take care of this and implement this idea. It's very good. Like it comes in, you go, that's good. Go with it. Okay. And also for an investment, if something comes in and your gut tells you this is a good thing, you go, wow, this is going to make money. Yeah, it will. Okay. Because I see this right over you. I think that you have to save your money in the past or watch your money, sit on your money, budget your money, but this is good. Okay, I do have that. Now, for this month, I have a male here. It can be you or someone else. And I get an ambitious male, business minded. I get one that might even have an MBA. Also, very motivated to be the best they can and get somewhere. And they're helpful to others with business information and to advise people. So this could be you or someone else, but the theme in this person's lifetime is ambition. All right. I do get, what's the date? Coming in about a week, it's showing me that there is like a new job for you, a new project, or a new stream of money, a new source of money comes in. So very good. New job, new project coming in for you. In September, I get money. I get good news of money in the first 2 weeks. We're going, wow, money's going to be pretty good in the future. And mid to end of September, we're looking at a wait for the money. So don't think that this money is coming in right now that we see. It takes a while to build up. Okay. So it's a wait for the money. But if there's a certain amount you think you're going to get, it's just a wait for it, okay? But it'll be good. I get this big pile of money that will come in. When I look at October, I do have stuck on a decision for you in the first 2 weeks. Like it's a mild one. It's not the big things in life, but I think that you need to ask your guides to help you see clearly and make a decision, okay? Not a big deal. It's little, but still, we don't want to be stuck. All right. I do get a trip for you in mid to end of October, even though this is more of a very healing thing. I get that there's a short trip for you there at the end of October. So that's what I have for you, Vlad. Very good. Money looks good. Takes a while to come in, so manifest it to come in earlier than what I see. And thank you so much.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Debbie.
Sing it.
All right, so I've chosen Day Wolf Corey. So, Corey, I'm just a little confused. I want some clarification, if you don't mind. You say you're wondering about your boyfriend. You've known this guy a while, like a long, long while, but I'm wondering if he is nervous about communication. It's the vibe I get, and honestly, the feeling is mutual. When you say you've known him for a long while, but then you're nervous about communication, how is that so? What, and is this something, like, what do you mean? I'm just trying to get a grasp of your question so I can properly give you a reading. So, like, is this like a feeling or some sort of sense you get while communicating with him? Like maybe he's holding something back, maybe he's not saying something, or is it more like the time in between that you feel like he doesn't reach out enough? If you could please clarify what you mean by what you said there. Nervous about communication.
I'm going to go ahead and click off, and I'm going to do a Mantha 3-month reading after you.
Okay. Sounds good. Either way, I'm going to get your reading started, but if you could please let me know in the comments, Corey. I need one more thing here. Oh. Dropping everything. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so they of course says, well, we recently connected, but it's kind of like we were both scared to talk about how we feel sometimes. Like, think of it like, I don't want to come off too strong, or maybe it's a me thing. All right. Thank you for that information. Let's see. Okay, they will, Corey. You have okay. It seems that you have somewhat of a trust issue, and this, it's not, I'm not saying that like a bad thing or you know, against you, but I'm saying it may be a lot of doubt. It may manifest as a lot of doubt, distrust in others, you know, in others convictions, the things they are saying. You don't maybe think maybe they think they're holding something back, maybe you don't, maybe you think they're hesitating, maybe you think but this is, it's a trust issue thing. So it you are kind of on the right track when you say maybe it's a me thing, but I feel like that sounds a little like putting yourself down in a way, and we don't want to do that. So what's happening is, well, what every human does is that, you know, we think from our lens of perception, right? So if you think a certain way, and that's probably the lens you're going to project onto everything that you know, look at. And it takes a lot of introspection and self-awareness to be able to work around those things, right? It's not impossible, but it is, how do you say, it's a work, it takes a lot of work to be able to kind of go, hey, look, I may be looking at it this way because that's my bias, like, and then to be able to consider other possibilities, right? I feel like you are able to do that. I feel like you do that. But here's what's going on here. You want the truth. You don't want to have something that's not set in truth. And this does look like it is set in truth. So you don't, I don't see any sort of red flags here. I do see something about an internal conflict, though, maybe with self. This has to do with I want to say you're kind of figuring out who you are right now. Like I guess you could say identity, but I don't want to narrow it down to that. It's like you're kind of exploring right now, and you're going through a period of transition. And there's a lot of changes that have been happening in your life, and that also is maybe contributing to somewhat of the feeling of uncertainty that is surrounding this. So, not to worry. Basically, I'm telling you that you don't need to read into it too much, and take him at his word. I'm gonna pull. Yeah, so the cleanse card came out. Anger came out. Sweetness. Let's see. And pain. Okay, so yeah, you're juggling quite a few things right now, Corey. There's this need to cleanse certain narratives, ideas, self-limiting beliefs in your life, maybe even people. And there's maybe an internal anger that you're not fully conscious of that you've been dealing with, but this anger is enmeshed with pain as well. You're being asked to, because through this transitional period, this person actually is rather significant. So they provide stability and truth and clarity through this time. And I'm seeing that here in the Emperor card and in the Ace of Swords. So stability, truth, clarity. This is during a time of internal conflict, which is the Five of Wands here, to ultimately the Judgment, which is this sort of self accountability type of thing, like knowing oneself. And this is something that is emerging. So the Six of Wands here shows the transitional period. So there's a lot of that you're needing to. I'm gonna say this. This is the message I'm getting. Slow down. Slow down. Take your time. There's a lot, like where a while back, maybe there was a time where it was you felt like, oh, we need to give what I can to others, and I need to try to help others and guide and help them with things, what they're struggling with, and make sure they feel heard. Right now is not the time for that. Right now is the time for you to protect yourself, protect your sanctity, your sanity, and just keep it a close-knit circle, if that makes sense. Because there's just a lot. I feel like there's this energy. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's an unsupportive family about something. Maybe it's you're dealing with an issue at work or with a friend. I'm not sure what it is exactly. I'm not seeing it, but there's some sort of, somebody's like got a negative shadow over you, but you are managing well. But yeah, just take time to protect yourself. And this person is a confidant. Okay, so this person is somebody you can trust, the one you're referring to in your reading. I'm going to pull some inner guidance messages. Let's see. So I think this is speaking between the two of you. Like I was just saying, he's a confidant. So you guys can be supportive of one another. And again, so just being supportive of one another and talking and taking it slow, you will build a pretty solid relationship with this person. And you don't need to have all that. You don't need to have doubt. You don't need to worry about if there's something not being said, or if there's a communication issue. It is flowing the way it is supposed to be flowing. Okay. I'm going to pull a crystal card to finish off your reading. Let's see. Oh, well, you get two. So, oh, I can't even say that. Anthophyllite, and ulexite or ulexite. So, anthophyllite says this stone connects to your solar plexus and your root chakra. This is interesting. This, before I even read the rest of this, the solar plexus chakra is about self and identity, and the root chakra is about grounding. So it goes along with what I was saying. You need to focus on you, and you're in a transformational period where it is regarding the self and the identity. This stone connects to your solar plexus and root chakra. This explains why this stone makes you feel safe, secure, and protected. Ooh, what was I just saying? The energy that radiates from the stone makes you aware of what is really important in life and helps you let go of the lesser wants and desires. And then Ulexite, this clear, beautiful stone can magnify almost anything placed under it. Bringing things such as visions and dreams into focus is one of its most powerful traits, extremely useful in meditation. Gazing into the stone can help you see what's in another's heart. Right now is the time for you, for healing, for transformation, and for connection. Take it slow, go with the flow. You don't need to worry. This person can be trusted. And it looks like it's going to go well. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope it helped.
Oh, that was great. Like those crystal cards. Amantha, I have extra cards for you. So the card that represents you, Amantha, is a great card of wanting a wish come true. So that's manifesting. So keep manifesting. It shows me also in the future that you do very well to manifest. So keep it up. Crossing you in temporary energy is kind of like a party card, a celebration card, or a reason to celebrate. It's not in your reading, but it's over you. So I don't know if there's a celebration coming up or something in the future coming, but it's a really great card saying something good's coming to celebrate. In the past position, it shows working well with people, so I like that. When we're looking at August, it shows me the Fool card, which I don't like the name of the card, but it means that you're ready for just to, have a good attitude and go on a new path here. But make sure that you let your guides, keep you on the path, on the right path. So do talk to your guides and say, lead me, all right? But I love that freshness of going on a new path. Now they show me the new job or the new project or the new stream of money coming in more in about a week from now to the end of August. So here we have this opportunity to do something or to make money, something like that. But when we get into September, I love it. It's all about the career, the opportunities, and it's a celebration card again. This card sometimes comes, and it's the mid to end of September when people have a wedding. It's a very good celebration card. It also can be a family reunion, something like that. So we have these great cards for September. September has really good stuff in it for you. But we have to look at October. So October shows me, and I took extra cards where I have to say, face your fears. Face your fears. I feel like they get to you in the beginning of October, and it's not a Halloween thing. So face your fears. I see some stuff's going to come up. And I did look at it for you. But at mid to end of October shows me that you're going to end something. We're going to be done. It's a good thing. Okay. But we quit or finished or whatever. I feel like it's connected to what's already happened with this new stream of money or new job or new career. So we end something. So I took some more cards and I said, what's going on here? And it said it has to do with your future. Do face your fears. It does show me a card of sometimes things being done behind your back. So something serious is going on here when we're looking at October, but it shows me you get out of it. You leave it behind. So we have this card of, I have something built up and my future goes somewhere else. And here I have you looking at your future. What do you want? And you walk away, you go in a different direction. And that's where the thing you should do is to go. Face your fears and leave something and go on when we get to October, okay? Because it just shows me fears. And it's something about, your future. Go on to your future. Face your fears, go on, move on from whatever's going on. Because it's, not great energy at the beginning of October. After that, you go in a good direction, that's great. But sometimes we can get a little knowledge of what's coming in. So note that this is happening, okay? And by the time we get to October, let things go. Face your fears and go on to your future. And that's what I have for you. All right.
Beautiful, Debbie. Lovely.
There we go.
Okay, let's see. First of all, I just want to say hello to my sister.
Hello.
All right, and then Mercedes Vargas. Hello, how's everyone? First time here. Welcome to our show. She has a question. Is the person that I'm being with is the person I'm with being truthful, or am I wasting my time? Isn't that what we all want to know, right? It's like, don't waste my time. It's
True.
So, for real, like I remember when I got cheated on. One of my first thoughts was, well, that was so unnecessary. You didn't have to do any of that. You didn't have to like have this whole thing with me. From if this was gonna be like, I was just like, honestly, like it hurt, but also it just like pissed me off because I was just like, why did you? You didn't. That was so. I didn't even need you to come into my life. Why'd you do that?
True.
It's just so unnecessary. But anyway,
that's why we're needed. We're needed so we could tell people.
Well, the T is it really wasn't unnecessary because there's something I needed to learn there. So.
Oh, I get it.
Right, but that is how I felt when it happened. I was like, this, I could have gone my whole life without that happening. That would have been just fine. So.
Well, Mercedes, welcome. I'm going to click off and I'll be doing Amy Nia. And I'll be back with some cards.
All right, Mercedes. So let's see. The person you're with, are they being truthful or are you wasting your time? Let's see what comes out. You got the King of Wands. Good sign. The Queen of Swords. The Lovers and the Ace of Swords. Yes, this person's being truthful. That's a very clear answer. I actually was pulling cards from this deck. I decided to put this deck away, but the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords also came out in these before I put the deck away because I decided I didn't want to use this one anymore. I was going to pull from a different deck, but the same cards came out. So, yeah, this person is being truthful. You can trust here, but the Queen of Swords comes with a very, how do you say, very firm message. Do not let somebody trample your boundaries. So you have, how do I say this? We teach somebody essentially how to treat us based on the boundaries we set and our ability to enforce them. So, if your word means nothing, then that's what a person learns, right? So you have to stand on business. You have to choose you. You have to not fold. I just had this conversation with my sister, actually. I was like, what was it? I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was something about, I don't know. She said something and I was just like, that's playing a game. I was like, don't even engage. That's not even, no, you don't tell, like, I was like, you don't play games. Like, you just, because that's how you get into these cycles and it's just not fun. No, you absolutely refuse to play a game. Just, you know what I mean? So, and you got to stand firm on your boundaries, on You know, if something doesn't feel right, say something. If something is on your mind, speak it. Obviously use discernment. I'm not saying just like let everything fly, because they say that they say we probably wouldn't have any close relationships or in our lives if if everybody could hear every single thought that went through our head. So we're not meant to hear everything. And my point is, though, don't be so up in your head that you forget to be present, because it is something that is noticeable. When you are so wrapped up in what the other person's thinking, or the assumptions that you might be making based on past experiences, traumas, things that you've been through, just trust issues in general. But when you're so wrapped up in all that, you forget to be present and actually build a relationship with the person. So here's my motto: trust people until they give you a reason not to. Trust people until they give you a reason not to. Because what's the alternative? You don't trust. Because if you don't trust, you then bring distrust into the dynamic. And when you bring that in, you're going to get it back. So then you're going to get, it's just going to create this environment of distrust. So you have to trust people. If you want to build trust, you have to give that. You get what you give, right? But when somebody gives you a reason not to trust them, don't just continue trusting them. You know what I mean? It's like when people show you who they are, believe them. If you know someone's a thief, you're probably not going to leave your bag out around them. You're going to just have the expectation that that person's a thief and, move accordingly. So keep that in mind. Right now, it looks like safe to trust. Okay. So I want to, so this is marked with anxiety. This is just anxiety manifesting in doubt and, just intrusive thoughts, maybe. Listen, 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 listen. Okay. When like I said, when you are up in your head and you're having all these thoughts, you're not actually present. So you're not really listening. You're not really hearing the person. And when you go, what's the saying? When you go looking for something, you're sure to find it. When you go looking for something, you're sure to find it. When you already have a preconceived notion or a doubt or an assumption you're making based on, maybe a trust issue or something, you're sure to perceive situations in certain ways that may not be accurate to the reality of it, and kind of make you'll think something means something else when it doesn't. This happens so subtly all the time. So when you go looking for something, you're sure to find it. Don't go looking at this person through the lens of your past. You got to trust people until they give you a reason not to. And then you take it back and you stand firm on your boundary and you choose you and you say, this is not for me. You know what I mean? So that's how it also builds self-respect. It may feel hard in the moment. It's definitely difficult in the moment. Way easier said than done. So it's not a walk in the park. I know I'm just like saying it, but it's not easy. I get it. But in the future, when you look back on moments like that, when you did walk away or choose yourself, let's just say hypothetically that, were to come, then it builds self-confidence because you're proud of yourself for choosing yourself. You don't, the other, when we stay in situations that are not meant for us, it just degrades our self-worth, right? Self-degrading. So, your advice is to listen and encouragement. Ask for can you see that? What's up with this? Anyway, ask for encouragement. Ask for reassurance. I know some people don't like to ask for that stuff, but You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And you can't, if you ask for it, hey, you know, I'm having some doubts, and, you know, I know it's likely based on just things I've been through in the past, and, you know, it's just natural, it pops up. But it really helped me if you could just, you know, reassure me that XYZ, whatever you need reassurance on, it would really mean a lot to me, you know? That's not hard. And if that person has a negative reaction to that, well, there's your answer. There's your red flag right there, because why would they have a negative reaction to that if they care about you like they say they do, or like they seem like they do, right? And you wouldn't want to be with somebody who would not want to give you that, right? So answers a lot, solves a lot right there. So just ask for what you need. Ask for what you need. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, I'm going to pull a crystal card to close your reading out. Oh, everybody getting two tonight. So you got Malachite. Hold on. There we go. Can you see it? It's like all whited out on my screen. Okay, well, I don't know. Malachite, and then Prenite. There we go. Prenite. Okay, so Malachite is a stone of adventure, and it symbolizes big transformations. If this stone appeals to you, it is because the energy radiating from it calls you to take a risk and make a drastic change in your life. This stone gives you the courage and strength to do that. So like I was saying, you trust people until they give you a reason not to. I was going to say, but I decided not to save time, but look at me just going back now because this said it. I was going to say, if you're going to try and have a relationship, trying to find love or find a partner or find a relationship is a risk in and of itself. You have to take that risk. You have to say, I'm going to put myself out on the line. I could get hurt. This person could deceive me. This person could turn around and just, you know, lie to me and do whatever. I'm giving them the opportunity to do that or not do that, right? Like, I'm putting my vulnerability out there. That takes strength and courage, and they could very well not value it and not treat it well and hurt you. That could happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And all the worry and anxiety in the world, and all of the, you know, checking in and all the like monitoring and trying to control things, it's like none of that's going to stop it from happening if it's going to happen. It's just going to make things harder for you. And like I said, it brings distrust into the relationship. And then you want to say, well, this person's not trustworthy. Well, you have to be really accountable and understand you brought it in if you're doing that. Okay. So give your full trust and take it away when it's necessary. And then Prenite, okay? This stone is connected to spiritual beings on another plane of existence. When you are deep in meditation, make sure this stone touches your third eye. It will help you visualize the spiritual plane and the beings in it. When placed under your pillow, it also promotes dreaming. So I feel like that's just a message kind of saying, like, maybe talk to your guides, maybe, you know, manifest a more stable, less doubtful, more trusting connection, and you know, through dreams, maybe. Either way, that's all I have for you this evening. I hope it resonated, and I hope it helps. Thank you.
That was great. Okay. I love these questions. Is there a romantic future with my friend D? Absolutely no. Sorry. No, not happening. But let me tell you what I have for you, okay? And Amy Nia, right? Let me tell you, you have a huge card here that comes down first, the Hangman card. For me, that's the card of destiny and karma and all that stuff. It means soul contracts. So you're all about getting that work done spiritually. So I love that. That's what I get for you right now. I took some cards for it because I go, okay, you know, tell me a little bit more. Well, part of the soul contract's getting what you want, getting a wish come true. And I also get making sure that the finances are a certain way, or making more, or a new job, or whatever, money coming in. And I see you as being very busy and taking on extra responsibility. So definitely, I have that big card there of the Hangman. So you're going through a lot of stuff. Crossing you in temporary energy. Which one? What is that? Oh, you're muted.
I don't mean to interrupt. Cherry Blossom was asking what's the card for dreams, so I'm holding it up for her.
Oh, okay. So, Amy, the card that's over you in temporary energy is juggling money a little bit. Sometimes we take money, we put it here and there. This could be happening or happening in the future. So manifest for the money. Okay, we don't want to juggle. The past position for you is is was the card of loss. So I wanted to go see what that is about. I need you to just make sure that you're checking on your house or where you live, because I feel like there could be some kind of, whatever your investment is in your home, there could be some kind of a loss there. So keep track of what's going on with your home. Past position, working well with people. I like that. When I look at everything, the last card, the ultimate outcome card, is the card of breakup, over and out, done. So that tells me that you're not going to have a future with your friend D. Okay, but let me tell you what I have here. I do have that there's some challenges for you, hard to go forward, don't want to go backwards, kind of hanging in there. So talk to your guides, get some fluorite crystals, go with the flow, have all your blocks taken out. Ask Archangel Michael, take all the blocks away from me, because it shows me not going forward and being challenged. I do get that there may be a time where you feel like, well, there's nothing I can do about this. You can. If you ever feel like that, just make sure that you are using different things. We sometimes, if we feel like, wow, we can't go anywhere, we can't do anything with something, then we need to go to our spiritual side, talk to our angels, our guides, and all of that. And there's another place, and that is the law of attraction. So we can use the law of attraction to help us make decisions and be able to go forward. Because I don't like to see anybody stuck like I see this card for you. Happily, I get to say I see the Magician card. So I really do feel like that there'll be some kind of money-making idea that comes in for you. Also, that when the idea comes in, I think you're going to just grab on it. You're going to know it's good. You'll feel that in your gut, and it'll take you in a new direction. And so I see you implementing that idea successfully. Very creative thing, okay? And then I get good news and money for you. So we do have some good things there for you, but as far as to answer, it's a no for me. And that's what I have for you. Manifest for the perfect person to come in. It works. All right. Are we doing yes, no's?
Yeah, but I'm going to pull a card for Kim.
Okay.
Because she said, I would love a card from Matty's pretty new deck. You're referring to this one, I believe. So we're going to pull you a card. The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands. So I don't normally just pull one card, but I'm going to let you look at this card for a moment and just take in whatever the symbolism is for you, whatever message you get from here. But the Ten of Wands signifies a struggle, an uphill battle, essentially, like overwhelm, end of the rope. It doesn't always mean a bad thing. It can mean a transition into something better. You know, maybe the struggle is over. The dog days are over. The dog, you know. But typically, Ten of Wands is talking about, you know, I'm carrying the weight uphill both ways, not having any help. I'm overwhelmed. I feel burnt out. I want to go, you know. So I feel like you're carrying something very heavy. I feel like you carry it well, but it is weighing on you. And you are wondering when, if ever, that will be a lighter load or relief, or if you'll ever get the recognition, or if you'll ever be able to kind of rid yourself of that burden. Intuitively, I'm getting yes, without pulling another card, but I'm just going to pull some of these energy cards real quick. Yeah, so the answer is yes. You will be able to move past that. But it does rely on you, Kim. So stop in pain. It stops when you address the root of the pain. It stops when you address the root of the pain. It stops when you put it down and decide that it stops. Here's a great question. What is the thing that you pretend not to know about yourself or about the situation or about what's the thing you pretend not to know? Sit with that one. Sit with that question. If you ask yourself it enough times, it will come to you, because we always know. There's always part of us that knows. Even when it's very amazing the things our mind will hide from us, but there's part of us that always knows. So ask yourself, what's the thing you're hiding from yourself? What's the thing you're pretending not to know? And when you are ready to put it down, you will. And the key to your freedom lies in the darkest corners of your mind, where that pain is that you don't want to visit. You got to go sit with it and bring the light to it. Okay? What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. Death is a great card. Death is transformation. Like I said, you will transition past that. Okay. So I always close with a crystal card. So you got calcite. Calcite. Positioning this stone in any room or on your person clears all negative energy and washes away bad vibrations. Filled with powerful, positive energy, this stone stimulates the muscles and brain, making you feel more energetic and clear-minded. You're carrying around some stuff that you were never meant to carry it around. You were never meant to carry it around. You've taken on this burden because of whatever reason. Maybe it's shame. Maybe it's some feeling of you owe somebody something, so guilt. Maybe it's a feeling of you've taken on somebody else's emotions as if you're responsible for them. Whatever the reason is, you're carrying something that was never yours to carry, and you'll put it down when you're ready. Okay, that's all I have.
That's great. Hi, Kim. Want to say hi to Kim? Hi, Kim. So we are at our time. Are we finished, Matty?
I mean, we can do yes, no if you want.
We can do some yes, no's.
I don't mind staying a little longer.
Okay, few minutes, you guys. Even though you got a reading, if you have a yes, no question, go ahead and post it.
For the yes, no, we're going to pull out my quartz.
Oh.
And my
pendulum time.
Made of Crystal.
Okay.
This is, I think I've told you guys this. This is a crystal piece of crystal quartz, I guess, whatever it's called, from my grandmother's chandelier.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, we have Kelly B. My name, Deborah, means bee, by the way. Okay, here we go. Kelly. Will the rest of the month go well for you? Okay. Yes, no.
What are you getting?
I'm taking a couple extra because I was like, why is it kind of flatlined? So Kelly, I get this kind of like flat line here for you for the rest of the month. Even though I feel like there's this new beginning and, I see you doing skills, I really feel alone and unsupported here. So when I get that card, I have to go, okay, there's a little bit of emotion going on. So it could be better. So manifest better things to come in.
I got a very similar answer. I got yes, a firm yes, that it will go well for you. But then I got an intuitive message that said because it's not going to get it's not going to get worse. So
yeah, it's kind of like this,
like Debbie's saying, like this flat line. But that's good, right?
Yeah,
it's like as long as the bad.
There's nothing dire. There's nothing dire. But I didn't get the hey,
happening. Then it's going.
Make it happen. Create it. Create your reality. Okay. We're honest. What can I say? Okay. What else we have? Cherry Blossom. Will I meet true love in the next 2 months? Okay. True love. That's kind of like Disney. Usually you want to say true love. Okay. No. You might go somewhere though.
I'm getting no.
A trip, but I don't know. It's a no. Never put true love.
I would say, but that doesn't mean you're not going to meet somebody like eventually. It's just in the next 2 months. No.
Yeah, we just got to say no to that. Okay. All right. I'm going down and see what I can see.
Oh, Kelly, thank you. And I'm so sorry you're feeling down. My heart goes out to you. Keep this in mind.
Cat sitting around the time of your birthday.
Oh,
I see what you did, Marianne.
I want to say something to Kelly. Hold on.
Okay.
I just had this conversation with my sister. I was saying, no matter the amount of darkness, like you could have the whole universe, darkness. One little photon of light, one tiny little particle of light cuts through it completely. So that's hope, right? So don't ever lose hope. Sometimes it's quite literally all we have, but if you lose hope, then you have nothing. So just hang in there. The wheel keeps turning. Things will start to look up. You've made it through 100% of your bad days in your life thus far. You have a 100%, 10 for 10 track record of getting through the hardest days of your life. Okay. So you're really, really successful at that. And you're going to continue to do it. Okay. So my heart goes out to you.
Marianne, I get no.
Oh.
Did you want to check that?
I also get no.
Okay.
I was thinking about my cat today. I miss him.
Did he go somewhere?
No, he got eaten by a coyote.
Yeah.
But I miss him. He came and visited after.
Oh.
It was interesting. There was one night, it was not too long after, but I was taking a shower, and then when I got out of the shower, my sister was also here, and I went into the living room, and I started talking to her, and she said, I could have sworn Dillard was, because that was his name. It's like Dillard was sitting over there that whole time. Like out of the corner of my eye, I saw Dillard there, and
Oh wow.
And she thought he was in the room the whole time. And then, but what was so interesting was that while I was in the shower, this band of light went from the ceiling to the floor across the wall. And it couldn't have been, and like, I mean, unless somebody was on the side of the house with a light, like, which I don't think was the case. Because the cars, where the street is from there, the cars don't do that passing by. It doesn't do that. And it didn't look like that. It was just this thin band string of light, and it just went and it went through the room almost.
Wow.
And the immediate feeling and thought I had was, that was Dillard. It's immediately what I thought. And so then when I got out of the shower and my sister said Dillard was here, I thought he was sitting in the living room, in the corner the whole time. But, obviously that couldn't be. And I went, and I just got this, like, like fuzzy and warm, and I was smiling. I was like, he was here. He was saying goodbye.
Oh.
It was very sweet.
It is really interesting, connecting to animals and getting messages. It's something I never ever set out to do, but when I was faced with it, I did, and it was amazing. And to get it. But as I always say, the cats will talk in full sentences, and the dogs will say a word. Bird, worm. I'm like, okay. And the cat's going, well, I didn't like her, so I left. And I'm like,
cats are funny. Did you know when the pandemic happened that people's cats, like therapy in cats, or like depression in cats or something, like spiked? And they came to a consensus that it was because their humans were home and the cats were upset about it.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. Let me tell you that, I'm a person of age, and I heard this from all my girlfriends. It's like the marriage went great for all these years, and then when their husband retired, it hit the fan. They were home and in their space, and they couldn't take it. Like, get him a hobby, pickleball. Get him out of the house.
I'm done. No, a lot of people's marriages suffered during COVID because, I mean, hey, you know what? That's like, while that's sad to think about, it's also kind of like, well, I mean, it's kind of a good thing. They figured out they were incompatible. Because you don't want to waste all those years of your life with somebody who you're actually incompatible with, and you didn't realize it.
It really is, a change when people, do all of a sudden. When my dad, his friends were retiring, they all freaking had heart attacks within about a month. And we just sat there. Was that the 8th one? I mean, reading the paper and all these people he worked with, they were all around the same age, and they all were dying. And I think
what line of work?
I'll say like a mechanical, but upgraded mechanic. And I don't really want to say the the thing, but it was intensive. They had important jobs and stuff, and they were busy, and they would go to different places in the country and all that. But they all, I think it's that day that you go and you go, I don't have anything to do. I go and I work and I go, and all of a sudden I don't.
It sounds like
That,
stress.
man, they were just,
working.
dropping like flies. And I was like,
God.
this is crazy. You have to have something, I think, transition into whatever. I haven't stopped. I have not stopped.
I think I saw like a meme. It was like on Twitter or something one time. It was like a picture of a cat. It was like a picture of like the Egyptian pharaoh cats, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like a modern day cat. And then it was a picture of like a wolf, like an ancient wolf, and then like a modern day dog. And the dog was like I forget it. I'm butchering this, but the wolf, apparently the wolf was like seriously, like you can't I don't even know what the wolf was saying, but it was funny because then the cat was saying to the modern cat was like, the modern cat was saying to the old cat, it's like, everything is going according to plan. Humans are eating out of our hands and we're following our every command. And they're like, we've got them completely under our control.
That's yes.
Cats are.
But I have not had a cat as a pet, so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
you got to get them when they're young because then they, you can bond. They bond well with you. But I mean, unless it's already a friendly cat. But some cats, you'll never be their friend if you don't get them when they're young. Some of them,
I have had friends that their cats are horrible to them.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably because they just didn't bond with the cat in the right way.
And bite you, and I'm like, what's the...
I'd
be calling Matty, we need a rescue. Come get this cat.
I'm done. Every cat I've ever had has been friendly, but I think it's...
well, you're friendly.
You raise them.
Yeah, I don't know. Kim says it was very hard during COVID. Yeah, when everybody was home. I kind of just went... I put on my lab coat, man. I was ready for that pandemic. If ever I was made to be in one. And so I just worked and aged. I look back at my profile pic. It was right there at 2020. And I look at it and go, God, I look young. And then I go, oh yeah, I went through hell. Oh
my gosh, Debbie, no.
It was hard. I think a lot of people that didn't take it seriously, probably did very well. And I took it like super, like it was a television movie and we all had to survive, and I took it really seriously. I was seeing this, they had a psychic on Saturday Night Live. Oh gosh, I forget the short blonde haired lady. So funny.
Short blonde.
Blonde, Saturday Night. She's like the most, everybody knows her. Anyway, she was the psychic. And they were sitting there. She was sitting there with a couple, and she was doing, it was the pandemic or going to be the pandemic, and she's doing this crystal ball. And then she sits there, and she's just so funny. And then she goes, I see you washing the chips. And I said, I did that.
Washing the chips?
Washing the chips, which I did. I saw this guy on YouTube, and he was a doctor, and he was sanitizing the chip bag. And I go, okay, I submerged the bags of chips in the dishwater, and washed the chips and sprayed.
I remember in the beginning, they were like, here's the best way to stay, COVID free. And it was like, wash your hands and it was like, wash your hands after you use the bathroom and And I was just like, were we not already doing this? What? Hold on.
I don't know about you, but yeah.
I hope
sing the birthday song.
I hope people were already doing that.
Yeah. No, my poor skin and my hands. I wash, 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 wash. And yeah, the things. But yeah, that was so I get it, Kim. It was um oh, I'm just reading her stuff. It was hard having everybody home. It was hard to find an egg. This was the sad thing. I had one egg, and I was coming through the garage refrigerator with it, and I'm so careful, and I dropped it, and it broke. And I am not a crier. I am not a the one to be there if there's an emergency. I'm so stoic and all that. And I cried like a baby. There was a dead egg on the floor. Oh my God, there's an egg on the floor.
No, I was upset because so at that time I had picked up I needed extra money, and I picked up a side job at Taco Bell, and I was working at the Taco Bell in Alhambra, California, which is like East LA area. Anyway, it took from where I lived to get to work every single day. It would take 45 minutes or more, right? 45 to 50 minutes. And then I worked during the pandemic a little bit, and I took an Uber. It took 12 minutes to get to work because there was nobody on the roads.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I just remember sitting there in the Uber 12 minutes, and I was just pissed off because I was like, LA is stupid. The traffic in LA is stupid. Why does it take 50 minutes on 50 minutes to 12? It's actually, I had no idea my job was that close.
Oh, geez.
I thought it was so far.
Yeah.
It just takes so freaking long. It was crazy.
We were in the car on the freeway, and no matter who's in the car, I had the windows up because maybe we get COVID from the car next to us. We didn't know. Nobody said anything.
Zombie disease.
Neil and I were going south on the 15, and we had our windows up, and nobody's on the road. And I go, look. And we look, and there was a roll of toilet paper. And I said, should we stop? And then we both laughed because we were going to stop, but you couldn't get toilet paper. So.
Imagine we like live in this dystopia where that was a trap. It's like because toilet paper was so hard to get. It's like somebody put it out there, and like you stop, and then you get your car hijacked. Your car jacked. Oh my gosh.
There is a grate in the sidewalk, and there's a clown, and out rolls roll of paper.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, on that note, you guys, I got to go back to work. I have writing to do. I've got readings to do.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. This is 5-Star Readings with Debbie and Matty. We're here every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We really appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Is there anything you'd like to say, Debbie?
You said it.
All righty.
That's fine. Bye. Okay, bye, everybody. Take care.
It's 5-Star Readings with Debbie and Matty. 5-Star Readings, only serving the best. Satisfaction guaranteed with Debbie and Matty. Always 5 stars, we don't do any less.